Thousands of brands are getting affected by this one simple error on their website for SEO, and they're losing traffic because of it. So I found this random website, no association to it, and I noticed the issue on this website. So I'm going to show you guys the error and see if you guys have it as well. If we look at this add to cart button on their collection pages where they're listing out their products, there's something deceptive about this button. If we click it, it looks all normal. We see added to the cart, everything seems normal. But if we inspect it into the code, into what Google actually sees as a robot, we see this is not a button at all. It's an A tag. And if you don't know what an A tag is, it's essentially a hyperlink or a link. So when you're on Wikipedia, etc., if you click on those little highlighted text, that's a link. And so this is not a button at all to a robot like Google. This is a link. So similar to this, where we have the title here, and we can click into, it's a link to the product page. This is perfectly fine. But this button is also acting as a link, but not to a product page where we want the Google bot to go, but to something completely different. It is going to a weird URL that looks like this, which is an add to cart URL. And so this means, since you see all of these indexed in Google here, when I'm searching in URL add to cart, what this means is that these URLs are being visited by Google. You're wasting Google's money, and you're distributing your PageRank incorrectly. So I know this can sound all complicated, but Google is really just content and links. It's content and links. This is considered a link. And so you're distributing the power of your website to some URL that you're never going to want to rank. You're actually distributing it to a shopping cart URL. And you can think of it as a Coke can, popping a hole into a Coke can, and just having all of the power of your website just flooding to these unnecessary, not useful URLs. This is a major problem, and one that Joe Cannell should probably investigate about fixing. If you have this issue on your website, let me know. Reach out on LinkedIn or your preferred social media, or just comment below. And reach out to us and we can show you how to fix it. It's a simple fix that will cause your SEO to increase by quite a lot. And I've seen this all over the place on my SEO audits that I do all the time. If you're interested in an SEO audit, see if you have this or thousands of other issues that we investigate, just reach out to me. For example, on this page, already I can tell they have no direct content, so they should have some content below the products here. They're doing pretty good with having some content here on the products themselves. If that read more was on the same collection page, that'd be even better. If it was an accordion that dropped down, then you're getting a lot of content on this page. If this is a page you're looking to rank, that is a fantastic thing to do. We can also quickly look at their heading tags. You can see they only have an H1, and then they have some irrelevant H3s. Google is looking at these heading tags quite extensively, and these are just these bolded texts here within the code set as a heading. And we can see they are using an H1, which is 2 thumbs up, great, but they're not using any H2s. And so they could either change these as H2s, or they can add content to the bottom of the page and have H2s there so that they can actually have some heading structure, some links, some keywords in their headings. And that's going to contribute to this page ranking for, say, wines for sale. We can even look at wines for sale and see what the people are doing on their pages to get an idea of what I'm talking about. So if we go here, we look at the heading structure, we can see already they have some H2s. So they have an H1 with no keyword in it, which is an issue on their part. And then they have some H2s. So they have buy wine online, curated wine packs, best-selling wines. It's not perfectly done, but at least they do have some H2s. So I'm glad to see that. Is their homepage. So they're kind of ranking a lot with the power of their domain name. And if we look at the second result page, we can already see we have some content here. We have wine on sale, probably as an H1. So we have wine on sale as an H1. We have a wonky header structure here, so they're not doing really well there. But overall, we have some content here, and it doesn't look too bad. There's all kinds of things that we investigate in our SEO audits. So if we go down here, we'd also want to look at the pagination. Are they doing this correctly? And it looks like they aren't. What we like to see is these URLs canonicalized to the first one. We don't want to see them like this, because in this case, these are essentially duplicate content that Google is crawling, and they all look the same. They all have the same sort of content at the top. We don't like to see that. And then we have the filtering navigation. We go through here, we can see $10, $20. We can see how they're doing this. Oh, they're not canonicalizing. So all of this is duplicate content that Google has to crawl. So this is really not good, because you're then creating thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of pages that Google is going to crawl. They're going to see as duplicate content. They're going to see your website as low quality. So these kind of checks are really important. I would suggest doing it. You want all your filter pages to be canonicalized to the original /wines page. And that's just telling Google that, hey, this page is really the same as this page. You know, they're both looking at wines, and we don't want to rank this page. You can sometimes get away with this, but it depends on your strategy. Typically, it's easiest just to filter it and canonicalize it. So these are some common SEO technical issues that you'll encounter on e-commerce websites, especially this add to cart button. And remember, guys, this may sound very technical, and trust me, it is, but technical SEO is the foundation of an e-commerce website, particularly if you have thousands and thousands of pages. So this is not something you can just forget about if it is happening on your website. And now issues like this and hundreds of other technical issues that may be holding back the traffic growth of your website exist. And they're happening at almost every SEO e-commerce store that I audit. So if you do have this issue or a similar one, I plead with you, reach out to an SEO consultant, an SEO agency, and just have them give you an audit. Have them check out the website and give you some feedback. And if there are legit issues, then you need to get those diagnosed and fixed. Of course, my SEO agency does this, and we do it well. So I would love to personally audit your website. Link it below in the comments, or shoot me a DM on LinkedIn, and we can get that sorted. Technical SEO is not something you want to be casual about. Very important. And if you are interested in more SEO technical issues, there'll be a link in the description. Thank you so much.